Welcome to our Facebook live crafting session from Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. I'm Jill.
And I'm Jez.
And on the first Saturday of every month, we do a joint live crafting session over in our Facebook group, Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. If you'd like to watch along live next time, please come and join our group. There'll be a link below this video. I hope you enjoy watching. Excellent.
There we go. And for those watching this on YouTube, it's cold in my craft room and I'm not putting the heating on. Saving some pennies and go on later. Doesn't go on before 4 p.m.
Right. So I am making last minute Christmas gifts.
Excellent.
And this is my last minute Christmas gift, which is actually going to be a calendar. So I bought these blank CD cases.
I've got loads of those.
Yeah, they're very useful. So you just put them that way round and then put them in there, and then
you're a genius, Jill. You're a genius.
So it's like a little desk calendar. I made calendars last year with the Paper Mill Direct, but I had so many people from the USA saying, when can I order them? And they didn't do international postage. So I thought this year that I would do a calendar that you can make all by yourself, that you don't need to buy anything out. Well, buy these cases. I bought them. I think I got 12 from Amazon for $9.99, including the postage. So less than £1 each to buy these little cases, and you could reuse them year after year. You could make another calendar next year with them. So,
or I can just go somewhere in my back room and I've got a stash.
Yeah. I did have CDs, but they've all got things in the spot. You know, they've got things on them. They weren't all blank, and some of them have got black and whatever. So I just bought them in the end. And so I've cut cards for each month. And on mine, it was just short of 12 centimetres and just short of 14 centimetres. I'll do inches.
I can do a quick conversion.
So it's about 4 and
3/4.
4 and 5/8 it is really. Yeah. And about 5.5. 5 and
14's about 5.5.
Yeah. But you'll need to measure whatever your cases might be slightly different size. You just need to measure and just do them, and then check that you can get 12 in and close it. I've got 12 sheets of Whisper White normal. It's not the thick, it's the normal one, and it fits in perfectly. So that's fine. Are those
like slimline CD cases, or are they ordinary CD cases?
They might be slimline. They are quite thin.
Yeah,
they may be slimline. I don't remember it saying that on the listing, but hey ho. They were sold as calendar CD calendar cases. Right. That's what they were sold as. Yeah. So anyway, so my dilemma today was that I hadn't ordered the Days to Remember stamp set, even though I've been planning this project all flipping year. And so I didn't order it until the 2nd, and my order is still on its way, not due to be here till next Thursday. So when I get my Days to Remember stamp set, which is this one, I will use my stamp set to do my calendar. And it's good because Jez has shown us, Jez used it when it was first out, and realised that if you use a stamp pad, probably not that one, a new one, this one.
It's on either.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I think
the width of the stamp pad is just right to place it on there for the 7 days that you need. So this has been composed so that whatever day your month starts on, you can do the right formation of the calendar, which I think is pretty nifty.
Oh, it's absolutely genius. Yeah, they're identical width.
Yeah. Okay. And you can also choose whether you start your week on a Monday or a Sunday. Now, to me, the start of my week is a Monday. It's always a Monday. Sunday is the end of the week. Monday is the week. But if you want to do it with Sunday at the beginning, then you can. So what I have done is cheated a little bit, and I have photocopied that page. Luckily, their photographs are exactly actual size. So I've photocopied from that stamp set, so you can see what it'll look like when I actually get the stamp set, but I can't stamp it because I haven't got the stamp set. So let's start with January. This is January. Now, just be careful when you're stamping your date, because you've got that this bit here. You don't want to stamp too close to the bottom, because otherwise it's going to be behind that thing and it doesn't look great. So you really want to just bring it up just a little bit so that it's not. So you just need to want to mark really where you want to stamp that when you're doing it. So just a little mark to show you where to stamp it. So
good idea.
I am going to glue mine around there, but I will normally, you wouldn't get you can't put loads of die cuts and things on these because you won't fit them in your case, so you need to stick mostly to stamping.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if I did this with 12 of them, I'd have 24 sheets of card essentially, and it would be too thick. So just beware, you can't really do a lot of, you could do 1 or 2 I think, but you wouldn't get away with it all. So there's my calendar for January. It starts on a Sunday. It's 1st of January is a Sunday. So then I've got my months so that you need to know when Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is. And again, I've just photocopied that. So I'm not saying this is what you should do, because of course it's probably totally illegal to be photocopying from Stampin' Up's catalogue and then using it, but it's because mine is on its way, and I will do a stamped version, but I couldn't for today, so I had to improvise. So,
and I was going to post you mine, but it wouldn't have got there either, I doubt.
I don't think so. No, it's fine. Things are taking ages to come through. I mean, the fact that second class poster's got to be posted on Monday, I think is absolutely ridiculous. You know, in time to get there for Christmas. I mean, there's going to be so much stuff arriving in January.
Yeah. Well, I had, just before we came live, somebody popped up a card at the door. They're not, so I went and answered it, thinking it was the postman because I'm waiting for something. And they were saying that it's going to be February before some people will receive some Christmas stuff. They've got a backlog.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with my daughter's stuff because they're waiting to complete and move. And I've got no idea whether they're good. So I don't want to put it in the post now because they might have moved by Christmas.
Yeah.
So she's not going to have her Christmas present. And then I ordered my son something from that I didn't realise at the time, but that was coming from Australia. And I put his shipping address on it. But then when I auto-filled the billing address, it auto-filled the shipping address to my address as well, although it did a combination of both. So it was 5 Gordon Close, Westcliff-on-Sea, Chertsey, Southend-on-Sea. But it arrived on Thursday here, so it didn't go to him at all, and it's here now. So God knows what I'm going to do about that. I'm not going to see him before Christmas. Right, I'm just finding all the stamps I need. And in amongst doing all this last night, I've lost one of the arms of the snowman. This little stamp here. I've lost. I don't know what I've done with it. I can't find it. I had so many of these little stamps all loaded on my mini blocks, and I took some off and put them all on. I thought I put them all, but I've obviously mislaid one. So I've only got one arm for Miss Snowman.
That's right, but you can stamp it twice.
Well, yeah, but it points the wrong way. But I think I'll cope. Right. So
I think I've only ever used one.
Oh, really?
And one left and right with I'm lazy.
Oh well, one will be pointing down and one will be pointing up. There should be another one, but I'm not hopeful of finding it now because it's such a tiny little stamp, and I've completely tidied my desk and I can't find it, so don't know. Right, so I am stamping my snowman. I'm going to do snowman for January.
That's a different snowman than the one I'm thinking of. I'm the last year's snowman. Yeah, no, I don't have that.
This is Snowman Magic.
Oh, he might be different. One.
So see, it's meant to have 2.
All right. He might be different. My other one.
So I've got to take that one. Oh no, I might as well stamp the arms while it's on there. Let's find my. All these stamp pads that I haven't used for ages have gone a bit weird. It's not a colour I use a lot, early espresso.
Right.
It's not picking up the ink very well in some places. Find a bit where it's picking up the ink. It's not picking up the ink. Oh, there we go.
Time to re-ink, maybe.
Yeah. My see, that's not stamped brilliantly. It's very weird. It's sort of dried out. It's got sort of a skin on it. So this arm is going to be a bit weird, but hey ho.
Maybe you need to get a bone folder or a credit card or whatever. Give it a good.
Skim it off.
Give it a good.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And I've just realised what I've done wrong, but hey ho, we'll go with it. When I did I did a little trial run, and I stamped my snowman in smoky slate, and then when I came to do the hat, I did it in black, and you could see a little bit of the smoky grey line through it. So I coloured that bit in smoky grey, but now I've got black line through it. So what I might do is just colour it all in black. If I can find the black. Is that black? Basic black, there we go. So we might just have a totally black hat.
Yeah.
Which is fine. You could mask a little bit off if you wanted to. So there we go. And then I need his face. Now, I've got loads of little blocks, but I haven't got enough to do all these tiny little features. So I had to keep swapping them over.
Yeah. I've got 60 million A blocks.
Yeah.
Because that's just me.
There we go. There's his face. I do love making up these little snowman scenes, though. I'm quite enjoying doing this. Then I'm going to use Tahitian Tide for his scarf. His scarf's got his own block.
Lizzie says she got the paper mill calendar this year, and they've corrected their mistake for June.
Oh yeah, they did. They had 31 days in June last year. Yeah,
easily done.
Yeah, I wrote to them and told them.
Yeah,
and they said, "Oh, would you like us to send you some more?" And I said, "Well, no, because they're wrong."
Yeah.
And they'd offered. I mean, I wasn't writing to them for anything. So I said, "But if you wanted to, you could send me a few of next year's," and they didn't reply. So I thought, I'm not buying any this year then.
No.
Right. Okay. Just need to colour in his nose.
About the only time I use pumpkin pie.
And then
nose.
I've got a little squiggle here. I'm just going to do some snow drifts in smoky slate. Like so. I might just turn it over. Sorry?
That's nice.
Like that. And then we've got some trees. And you could keep adding to this, actually. There's a robin. There's some holly. Oh, I suppose you wouldn't want holly on January. Maybe. Well, what am I looking for?
I think our holly bush will still be got leaves in it in January.
Yeah.
But yeah. Associate with Christmas.
Kind of got Christmas connotations, isn't it? There's the green. So, and with the dyes, you've got even more options, but I'm just trying to stamp here, as I said.
Yeah.
So, some trees. And then I cannibalized my set a little bit, which, as you know, I like to do.
Tools, not jewels, so it's okay.
So I've cut this little snowflake out of the most magical time of the year, so that I can just use that to do a little bit of background snowing. So yeah, you might not want to do that with your set, but you might have a little snowflake in another set that you can choose. So I just there. That's my January done.
Lovely. Not that I want snow in January.
No, well, no. And so that will just slip into your calendar face.
That's so cool.
There, that all January. I got time to do another one. I was going to do another month. Can I do another month?
You can do another month. Do you know what I would do?
What?
I would then do an embossed line, double embossed line around it.
Yeah, maybe.
Around the edges, maybe.
Yeah.
Poss.
Yeah.
Posse.
Yeah.
But it looks lovely.
So February.
Oh, so it's going to be hearts and flowers.
It is. It's got to be hearts in February. Although I don't know what you do after February the 14th when you've got to stare at it for another 2 weeks and it's passed. But,
well, presumably, if you love your person on February the 14th, you'll still love them on February the 28th.
Let's hope, hey? So there's February. And February only has 28 days and it starts on a Wednesday. So...
Oh, Penny says, yes, please do another month or 3 or 5. That's lovely.
So there we go.
Please buy the stamp set though.
Yeah, please buy the stamp set and don't blame me if you get prosecuted by Stampin' Up. I'm taking a bit of risk here, but I'm hoping the fact that I'm saying I have bought it, I will use it. I'm not intending, you know, it's just that I haven't got it.
And it would look so much nicer stamped on than having
it would look nicer stamped.
They would annoy me if they were stuck on.
Yeah. So there we are. There's February starting on a Wednesday. So all very easy to do with the stamp set. And then what I'm going to do is I have made a stencil of a heart, because I didn't have any big heart stamps, but I've made a stencil with the heart from, I'm quite annoyed actually, because I've recently bought this set and they've retired the dies but not the stamp set. So they've kept the stamp set but they've retired the dies, and the dies are really nice. Got loads of tags, nice snowflake, this spotty ones, candles, really, balloon, really nice set.
I was tired by that set.
Yeah, and there's
because of the variety.
I have a note in the box to say the big tag is in the general box because it won't fit in here. Right. So I've got in my general box of dies, I've got a big tag that goes with it as well. So yeah, it's a bit sad. So anyway, I die cut this heart. And it's a little heart as well. I've die cut that one.
Is the die set reduced if they're retiring it?
Might be. I don't know. Don't know the answer to that. Might be. Might need to check that one out. Right, I'm going to use Blushing Bride. So the thing about February is you can get away with clashing pinks and reds. So
you can get away with that anytime, Jill. You can rock any look.
Right, okay. So I'm using that as a stencil because, like I said, I don't want too many die cuts in these. So I thought for this one where I can get away with it, I'll just do a little bit of blending, which is probably enough. Probably a bit too much actually, but hey ho. There, that's quite nice, isn't it? Always miraculous when you lift that up. Not quite central. I might have, if I was doing it properly, I might have measured to make sure it was central because that might annoy me a bit. And then I'm using Sweet Sorbet. After saying I don't use it very much, I'm using Sweet Sorbet. And these hearts are from the stamp set. So I'm going to do those either side of the heart. So like they're going to be a bit squished because it's not quite central. So there we go. Which is quite sweet. Yeah, that really annoyed me. I'd have to measure that out and do that properly. I was doing it again.
It's a good job this time. Your keeper, isn't it?
Yeah, which I will do when the stamp set arrives. And then I'm using the little, I've cut it, I've done another cannibalization. I've cut the love banner from here. And I'm just going to stamp that across the heart.
I'd have done that.
Yeah, just use the placement. But I thought that was quite sweet.
It's like it's meant to be.
I thought that was quite nice. So that would go in your little calendar to look at for the whole of February.
Yeah. Like
so. We've got time to do one more. I had one more prepared.
Go on then.
So take another one, and I don't know what I've done with my March. Oh, we might have to go without the right. This is going to be March, but I've only got May and April here. I don't know what I've done with my little March, so I just have to believe that I'm going to put March on afterwards.
Well, I believe you're just going to stamp it afterwards.
Yeah. Well, these are going to get thrown away.
Yeah, and remake it in February because you can't have it squiff. It's got to be centered.
No, I would have to measure that and make sure it was centered. So, and here is and then as March is St. David's Day, and all the hedgerows and things, verges will be full of daffodils. Thought we'd go with daffodils for March. So I'm going to use this stamp from Daffodil Delight, which is there. But it's not going to be, obviously I haven't got enough room to get the whole of that on. So
Daffodil Delight is the...
Oh, it's not.
ink.
Daffodil Daydream. Daffodil Daydream. Too many daffodils.
Yeah.
So I'm only going to stamp this to where I've marked that with a Sharpie, because otherwise it won't fit on here. And I may actually have to position my March somewhere else once I've done it, which is just as well, because I haven't got a March. So oh, a bit too far maybe.
No, there's a place in the UK called March.
Yeah, there is.
I've been there.
I'm just going to wipe a little bit. It's just a bit, might be a bit too. Let's just take that off there. Right. So I've got a mark on the back of the stamp as well, where the stem should come to, so that I know that I'm getting that in the right place. Ta-da!
Well done. And you could fit March in there at the top.
Yeah, March would go up there. And then I'm just going to do, if I can find it, there, a few little spots either side. I thought I just needed to put something either side.
Cottage.
There's daffodils. Of course, there's daffodils in the set. There's butterflies in the set as well that you could do. So I just thought we'd have a few little dots.
Yeah. I love a few dots.
Fill in a space. There. Like so. And then we just need to colour that one in with a few blends. So I'm going to use So Saffron and Daffodil Delight. And Granny Apple Green, I think. So Saffron first of all. Is that the light one? That's the dark one. Start with the lightest one. Yeah, just talk amongst yourselves while I do this. No. Yeah.
I like watching people colour.
Yeah, I like colouring. I'm quite happy as an adult to have an excuse to colour in.
Yeah.
I love colouring in as a kid, but you kind of feel a bit guilty as an adult just colouring in. But there we go. And then I'm going to come in with the darker one.
The blends do make it so easy.
Yeah. Although that's not that much different. Might come in with the light Daffodil Delight. They're smelling very alcohol-y today. It's the cold making them come out alcohol-y.
I'll just have a little sniff of mine. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do smell very alcohol-y today.
Very nice. I was nearly going to come on camera with some mulled wine.
Right. I'm using my Daffodil Delight here, but I've not got a point on it. I've ruined this one. I think by trying to colour in some glimmer paper.
Yeah.
Instead.
I might have done that as well.
Yeah. So I need another one really, but I'm too mean to buy another one when I've already got one. There. So I might carry on fiddling with that until I'm happy with that colouring. And then the leaves, I might just use the thin point for the leaves.
Lizzie's asking, are you intending to film your entire calendar like you did last time? She's pretty pleased.
I am. That's really the rest of my posts up till Christmas. But I am going to wait until I get the proper stamps. So on the video that I do April, hopefully you'll see a fleeting glance at these ones, but done properly.
Yeah. With your heart centered.
Yeah. Yeah, and the proper stamped dates and things. So I always do the light colour first and then come in with the darker colour.
Yeah.
Like so.
Not sure which way around I'll do it. Probably that.
And then just a little bit. Don't need very much really. And then if you go back with the lighter colour, that will blend and take all the lines out, so it will just be a nice blended colour. Doing this very quickly and not spectacularly well really, but you get the idea. Don't really want to spend ages doing it when I know I'm going to throw them away.
Yeah.
So that will say March up there.
Yeah.
when I find it, along with my arm for my snowman. And that will go in there, and that will be what you look at all of March.
Lovely.
So it's a do-it-yourself calendar that you can make yourself very cheaply. You can just use what supplies you've got, really. You don't need, you know, I haven't bought anything specific, well, apart from the Days to Remember set. Haven't bought anything specific to do it. I'm just using the sets I've got and you know, whatever. So, I mean, most months you can get away with some sort of flower, and as you know, I've got lots of flowers, so you know, most months you can get away with some sort of flower. Might use a sailing boat for August. I've got cocktails, so I might use them. So, but yeah, it doesn't have to be anything specific. There we go.
Yeah, love it.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my projects. Now you can pop over and watch Jez's project, and watch her half of the live video and see her amazing projects that she's making. Bye.
Bye.